Hello, every.
I think I'm gonna get my jacket out the car. It gets kind of cold here at night, doesn't it?
I sort of brought my shirt with me.
Yeah,
and
it gets
pants.
kind of chilly at night.
Well, you know why here? See the air conditioner there?
Yeah.
There's a deflector there.
Yes.
This one doesn't have it. It blows straight down.
Okay. Yeah. So right
See
down
those?
on us. Yeah.
The other one goes both sideways. This one's got nowhere to go but straight
Right
down.
down on us. Yeah. I'm gonna get it out the cars in case I need it because this gets pretty cool. Like last week, I had to get up. I had to. I don't know if you saw me. I kept getting up. I was sitting for like 4 games, and I kept getting up because it got kind of cool. So I'm like, Let me get my jacket. almost 60. Nobody called me back from the site, so that must be a good thing.
I guess no news is good news, eh?
Yeah, it's always good. I'm so disappointed in that parent though. Like you, that's a perfect time for you to lay a smack down on your son. You know.
I think most of the problem come from parents.
100%. That's why it's a society of idiots right now.
Because and they don't know they're doing wrong because that's the way they were raised.
Yeah.
They accept
The
that.
devices, man. Those devices are the downfall. Other countries, they don't have that
Oh
problem.
no.
You don't see them kids in China having issues
not,
with India and Germany and Russia.
You're not going to get away with it.
No, you don't even see that. They don't even. Russia's so tight-lipped. You don't see
Oh,
nothing
forget it.
out of Russia. Who knows that? Nothing come out of his country, man. They tight-lipped over there. Work on my birthday next week, Mr. G.
Your birthday?
Yeah, that's the 10th.
How big? How big of a number?
Be 48, Mr. G.
You'll be 48?
Yes, sir.
Wow. never.
Next
That's gonna say like a
Thursday.
38 or something.
Yeah, next Thursday I'll be 48.
Wow.
We got work because we have basketball that night, Thursday night.
Close to the big
At
number, huh?
Yorkdale. Yeah. I don't feel like it though.
Now listen, I'll be 80. I don't feel like.
You don't look like it either.
I don't feel like. When, my thing is, when is it gonna catch up now?
Well, that's a lady I work with in the fall named Billy. She's 61. She always, every year she says she turns 30.
Can she get away?
No, she's working with the county 31 years. She's still working with the county. She says her mind, she's 30 years old.
That's what.
So she acts like a 30-year-old. She doesn't let it bother her.
That's what Reagan said. That's my 30th anniversary of my 40th birthday.
But if you had that mindset every year that you can fix yourself to say, I'm 30 years old all year.
You can
Your
only fool yourself.
your body can kind of.
You can only fool yourself sometimes.
Yeah, you can, but you may not do things you
know
can when
what?
you're 30, but in your mind is like you.
You're right. Everything is a
Yeah, yeah, you can kind of live better, and you kind of, you know your limits, but then you kind of, you can move accordingly.
Well, you move accordingly, but well, I had some problems last year. Okay, but I don't. I'm doing things, and my wife said, "Oh, you cannot do that." I feel fine. I feel like I'm doing it. I said, "Why can't I do it?"
Why not?
So
That's what she said. She should have retired. The county trying to push her out, but she's like, I've been in the county 31 years. I have nothing else to do. Why would I leave?
well, that's what the doctor told me. Some of these people they retire, and that's the next stop is the funeral.
I know. That's what happens when they retire. They go to the funeral.
I see my brother-in-law, which is, it's about younger than me, just a few months old, younger, and he's literally falling apart. Both him and his wife, literally falling apart. Everything in the book.
Man.
They retired,
sucks.
I don't know, 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, that sucks.
Guys, you gotta get moving, man. There's so much.
Take walks, take trips, take
Get
a
involved.
cruise somewhere. Start there.
Yeah, but get involved in some activity. Keep your brain
Yeah,
going.
start with a cruise. You stuck with each other for a couple of days. At least you're visiting somewhere new, and you kind of just, everything is inclusive, so you just enjoy that.
Well, they finally took a trip, 3 weeks vacation, went to visit some of the national park.
Okay.
And but they can do much when you go I've been to every national park. In fact, I'm going in October. I'm going up to North California to see that Yosemite, Sequoia.
Okay.
There's the only two they haven't seen. But when you go over there, you go hiking. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
If you go to that parking lot and get out, look at outside, nice.
Yeah.
It's not really,
Yeah.
but you can say you've been there.
Yeah, she lives it. She says, every year, I'm turning 30.
You know what? I respect people like that.
I saw an interview with Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince. He did an interview, and he said, you can look it up. He said he never celebrate birthdays. He said he always in his mind is just another day. So he never sees himself aging. He never sees himself aging. That's why he always looks so young. He said, I never see myself aging. I'm the same age. I started in the music business. And he eats different. He's different than you and I and everybody, but he lives a lifestyle where he knows his limits, knows what he can and cannot do, but his mind, he doesn't celebrate, I'm 50-something years old or whatever. His mind is like he's young, you know what I mean? So he carries that every day, and it works for him. I mean, he looked like he didn't age in years before he
Well,
killed them all.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't celebrate. What am I celebrating for? It's
no.
everybody around you that does a celebration.
Yeah, it's definitely. I look at it as another day. I got to work next Thursday. I got the basketball.
Just
work
another.
next Friday. Basketball. Just another day.
Especially now,
mind,
but
it is what it is.
I can't work anymore and take assignment because I just don't have the strength that I used to. So, but I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna keep doing all kinds of different stuff. My brain's gotta keep going. And the doctor told me that,
Yeah.
So once your brains go, your body goes right next to it.
Yeah.
And they both go together.
Gotta stay active, man.
It sucks, man, but not anything you can do about it.
My dad's 60. He's 67 in August. It's falling apart, man. Him and my mom been married 42 years. That's October.
Yeah.
This dude, he blames everything on the military, though.
Well, was he left for a long time?
He's been in the Army. He has a lot of stories. he has pictures on their wall still when he was in his platoon, his set, his unit, whatever. So they did some very bad things. Hey, how you
Hello.
doing? Good.
Hey, how are you?
So they did some very, very bad things. And he used to tell us growing up the stories he had. He used to have nightmares. He told us when he met my mom, he had a car, and the car, like, the backfire, like, pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
He said he used to have that type of car, and every time he does it, he gets out the car and jumps to the ground and starts crawling. And she was like, what is wrong with this man? But he was like having flashbacks and stuff, but they didn't have the VA when he came out of the service.
So it was a long time ago. Wow.
It was years, it was like he came out.
Which
He was
war?
in Vietnam.
He was in Vietnam, so
Yeah,
he's
he
my
was in
age.
Vietnam,
He's about
yeah.
my age.
Yeah, he was in Vietnam. He didn't have, his father lives in Indiana, his mom moved to Florida. That's how he ended up in Florida. He had a bad relationship with his dad because his dad didn't want him to go to the military when he went.
Well, you volunteer.
Yeah, and his dad didn't like it, so they fell out at that time. He
Well,
said
you should be
he
proud of
was-
him.
he
I mean,
said,
it's bad,
well,
but you should be proud of him.
his dad wasn't too fond of the military at the time, and he saw it as, his son trying to escape and being responsible and going to family business, like Indiana when he had. He didn't want to do that, so he left, went to the military instead.
It's strange. They're usually the way around. Usually
Yeah,
private people.
dad wanted to stay in the family business in Indiana. He didn't want to be, his dad, my granddad he passed years ago. He lived in Gary, Indiana. And they had a little business in there. They passed it down, and my dad didn't want to do that. So he left and went to Florida with his mom, because his mom and his dad broke up. His mom moved to Florida. And that's how he met my mom. And the stories he had, and, things he told us, and life he lived, like, man, this dude.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing well. How you guys doing today?
Doing good, sir. Doing well. But yeah, man, he got some stories, man.
I mean, I spent 3 years in the army during the Vietnam War, but I got drafted when I came. 6 months after I came to this country,
Yeah.
I got drafted. I wasn't even a citizen, but they can draft you,
Yeah.
okay? And but they cannot send you overseas. They cannot send you outside the country. So at the time I was a mechanic. So they put me in charge of a motor pool. The M113 Army personal carrier. And that's what I did down there. I mean, I was really, it was a neat gig. And that's what I learned, this business.
Yeah.
When I was there, I asked to go to school. I want to learn this. And they said, well, if you want to go, you got to sign for an extra year. Okay, anything to get you for a longer time.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, nothing to do, why not?
Yeah.
So I used to work 1 or 2 days, and the other 3 days I was going to school to learn this and do it. So I don't mind. It was a tough time. But at least I didn't go out and I didn't go to Vietnam. Because everyone that I met there, they was together. They went to Vietnam, never came back.
It's different.
It was pretty bad.
Different.
But
Definitely different. I seen this man single-handedly. It was She asked me questions about the field trip tomorrow, and it's on the door.